Hey guys, welcome back to this new video. Today we'll be talking about XRP. What can we expect to happen next? Is XRP dead and can we expect it to bounce back? So if you don't want to miss any of that juicy information, make sure you like, subscribe, and comment your thought below. And let's not waste any more time and jump straight into the video. Just as a little reminder, make sure you check us out at PTGR AG Finance. We share more crypto in-depth analysis if you want to get your portfolio right aligned. It's the perfect time to get in. So guys, make sure you check us out. So let's not waste any more time. XRP, guys, what's been happening with the price? As we can see, when we look at the price chart, it's been on free fall, not just XRP, but crypto industry as a whole. If we look back, for example, back to what we used to be when we were in all-time highs, we really were testing these limits. We were at 1.4, 1.3, and then obviously the previous all-time high was even higher at like testing the $2 mark. Now, why do I have such strong fundamentals towards XRP? Well, I think it's a great project with amazing utility if you compare it to other crypto projects. I mean, XRP is beyond that. I think it has much more utility that outperforms most of the banks, and we'll talk about that later on during the video. But it does have a very promising utilities. And what has been happening right now is basically a free fall. And that free fall means it's good for us, right? Because we'll be able to buy that as a discount. The good thing is we need to check what are the good entry point and what are the catalysts that will drive the price of XRP in the future in the coming month. As we can see, currently we've been testing a bit these resistance level. We were at 0.34 testing it. Now it's going a little bit back down. Sorry for that. We're testing between the 0.34 and 0.30. We went a bit below the 0.30 at 0.29. So it's testing this resistance level. We are making higher highs here, as you can see, and lower lows. So it is promising and a bullish sign. In the short term, we can expect XRP to continue falling because it will be in correlation to what the crypto market is currently doing. And as we can see, Bitcoin has basically been on a free fall as well, and it's correcting. But it's not just cryptocurrency, guys. Every market is down, from watches, equity, bonds. So I'm not too worried. You have correction in these markets, and as people fear out of this market, you have opportunity to buy at a lower price. So XRP does seem a promising project, and for a couple of reasons. The main one is that small and medium enterprise present a relatively underserviced customer segment in cross-border payments, and over 70% of attributes accepting new forms of digital payments as fundamental for growth. And so Ripple has shown this announcement of see how banks can leverage crypto to meet on demand. And basically Ripple is allowing those remittance payments to go on at a much faster basis. They've had partnership with companies like Santander, which is a big Spanish bank. And basically what the idea is for those payments, for example, for people working in Spain sending back money to Venezuela, it's a much easier and faster way to do it because you don't have to deal with delays, you don't have to deal with high fees, and so you don't have to deal with day off because it's basically crypto's always on. So that's one of the thing. The other thing is that it is shaping the future of cross-border payment, and I strongly believe that. And who currently runs with RippleNet? You have a variety of company ranging from Santander, but also SCB Bank, and as well as MUFG. And the basic is that the global payment standards are fragmented and resulting in a closed network, unstructured data, and opaque payments that require this manual intervention and ultimately a poor payment experience. And that is true in the fact, if you're trying to shift money from one country to another, it can be very time consuming and can be quite expensive. So the world converging on a new global standard, which is basically this model of Ripple known as the ISO 2022 and de facto global data standards for modern payment. And so the main idea is that they want basically to help define the future direction of cross-border payment, access a network of global financial institutions, and they want to leverage software to enable fast, transparent, and seamless cross-border payments. So all of these are very ambitious projects and shows great utility at solving a real issue. So instead of, for me, that, I see Bitcoin having utility, of course, but the main thing is that people are trading Bitcoin either as a store of value or as a medium of investment. But Ripple has a main utility behind it, which is why I'm so bullish on it in the long term, even though we are experiencing massive correction in the crypto market. Another thing is that the Ripple CEO Brent Garlinghouse meets with Georgian Prime Minister to the adoption of blockchain. That's again one big news because the CEO of San Francisco-based company known as Ripple is sharing his crypto expertise with the Prime Minister of the country of Georgia, and those are overall very bullish signs for Ripple as a whole, for its future and for its overall growth model. Because the fact that it's talking with Prime Minister of a country shows the adoption that we're moving towards, but also the potential of growth for Ripple in the long term. I mean, you've got, they talked about how it's an honor to meet with the Prime Minister, as you can see. Sorry for that. And so what we're seeing is that the Prime Minister is taking a talk to look about potential implementation with the country of Georgia and how that could help with overall remittance payment. Another one is that when you compare Swift versus Ripple, and you can perceive that actually Ripple is much more efficient, cheaper than most regular bank transfer. And what's crazy is that it is basically a fight for a better, faster, and cheaper bank transfer, because the way people send money from one country to another has not dramatically changed in the 1970s, despite the advent of the internet and new digital tools. I strongly believe of that. But what's crazy to see is that San Francisco-based company known as Ripple, which is behind the XRP token, envisions a world in which value can be transmitted as quickly and as cheaply as information. And they have a compelling case, which is 180 trillion worth of cross-border payments that are made every year with a combined cost of more than 1.7 trillion a year. So what's important is that it's basically showing how it's much more efficient than the current offering of Swift, because you have all these intermediaries between the sender correspondence, the receiver correspondence, and that takes time, money, and is overall less efficient. So if you remove all the intermediaries and you put Ripple as just one middle party, it makes it much more efficient. And that's what we're looking for, efficiency and cost saving. And another one, which I think is great, is when you see that basically XRP is more than 90% below their record high that was established like last year. You can see that basically, in my opinion, that's due to a bunch of factors, whether that's the inflation, but also equity markets are down, bonds markets are down. So everything's going down, and there's this massive fear, including in the crypto market. And I mean, you see it everywhere, as well as, for example, in the watch market, which is considered very illiquid, quite illiquid. You still see this market go down. And so this is an opportunity for us to sit on cash, accumulate cash, and get in at a good time. Now, I'm not saying XRP is a good buy at this moment, but I think it's one which we need to keep on our watch list and make sure we acquire at a good price. And I mean, the main one, which was also very scary for crypto, was Luna. What happened with Luna? I think XRP is dealing quite well with the current law case that they have against the SEC, and I think that will also help in the catalyst of growth for XRP in the coming month, as well as whether we will enter back into a bullish momentum, because obviously right now we're in a bearish market. If we manage to change and move away from that, XRP will be doing great things. Another thing is that XRPL will become an integral part in third world countries that needs access to services for the unbanked or remittance option. And I think that's very true. You see it a lot in South America, for example, with Santander, which implemented it. But I think it has great potential in the long term for all these countries to help at saving cost and being overall more efficient. Another one is that Remessa Online, which is the Brazilian platform for international transfer, has announced cross-border payments from Brazil into the UK and Europe, which is powered by the Ripple technology. And that's again a great news, which put a big smile on my face, because it's promising to see these news even when we're in a bearish market, that we are seeing these overall news happening. And these are very promising in the long term because they show that indeed the technology is there, and most importantly, it has utility behind, and we're seeing it right now. And finally, one big one is that the cross-border payment system that use ODL to provide quick and cheap settlement to institutions worldwide, it's basically the concept of on-demand liquidity, removes this pre-funding of destination account, cut operating expense, and unlocks capital for business. And that's also one which isn't talked much about, but the unlocking capital for business is also key in terms of XRP, because it will help business raise capital much faster. And in these unprecedented times, sometimes that can be seen as very key and important to actually leverage from an opportunity. So I think a lot of good stuff coming for XRP. I think it's key that we stay on the lookout for XRP and can expect great things to happen in the coming month or year. So guys, thanks a lot for watching this video. Make sure you like, subscribe, comment your thought below. Make sure you check us out at PTGRAG, and I'll see you in the next one. See you, bye.